So I'm sitting outside on my deck and I'm reading and prepping for a group I'm going to lead called Tech Savvy Parenting. It's Wednesday nights at Sage Hills for 4 weeks, starting this Wednesday. So if you hear a sprayer in the background, that's in our orchard. And Leah is out jumping on the trampoline with her dolls. And my dog is barking at something. One of my friends from church had said that I should do video book reports because I like to read, and my reading speed has gone up these last few months because for Lent, I went off of all social media, which is pretty incredible how much time you have when you do that, because I was on like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, so literal hours of the day. So I've been going through some books, and the one I'm reading right now is called 12 Ways Your Phone is Changing You, and I basically just ordered it as a tool, a resource for this class I'm gonna do. Well, not really a class, it's more of a group, because I'm not like the teacher. We're just gonna I'll bring some talking points, and then it's like discussion and kind of brainstorming together. But anyway, so what I was just reading in this book kind of made me not even want to do this little video, because it's talking about, among a whole bunch of things, what it just honed in on is this idea that we've been a literacy-based society for such a long time, but we may be in the midst of shifting to what's called a videacy-based society, because people don't have the attention span to read content anymore. So the preferred mode of content absorption and intake is more either like little bits, like tweets, 140 characters or less, or a Facebook post or a blog post, maybe. Even then, as a blogger, I know that you want to keep it under 800 words, or else people are going to tune out, which it's really hard sometimes to convey a concept of any depth or nuance in less than 800 words. So there is this push to go video for everything, put stuff on YouTube or whatever. The amount of YouTube content that's available is pretty amazing. I mean, you can learn everything on YouTube. In fact, Kevin is doing his pilot training right now, and one day he kind of got in a little bit of a situation where he needed to not do his planned landing, and he had to circle around. And I said, well, how do you know what to do? And he's like, oh, I have been, watching all these YouTube videos, and I watched this exact scenario, so I knew what to do. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's kind of weird that you can go on YouTube and learn how to fly an airplane. I mean, he does a lot of other studying too, and uses a lot of other resources, but there is something to be said for the video aspect. But anyway, it's just got me thinking about what does the future of communication look like. And so I do like the idea of doing these video book reports, because I don't have a lot of time to write. Well, I could make time, but it's just hard right now. So I might be doing these video book reports for a while, just for anybody who's interested. So yeah, this book is called 12 Ways Your Phone is Changing You. And it has just a ton of information about like who we are as people, like humanity, image bearers of God, and how we reflect Him, and how the digital age has really kind of stunted us in some of those ways and really fundamentally changed how we are operating as people. It goes into all the various facets of addiction, just basic like social media addiction, pornography addiction. It discusses just the delay and the stunting of interpersonal communication skills, and how we are just losing some of that. And it's really pretty alarming. And I'm reading another book as well alongside this one, that's really giving me kind of a fresh passion that I've had before, but a fresh passion for really kind of taking this thing by the horns for the sake of our kids, kind of being willing to be different and be weird probably in the ways that we use technology. I don't feel like our family is going to like get rid of our TV or anything like that. I know people who do that, but I think we're probably going to be a little less extreme in that regard, because I mean we like TV, we use technology, but I feel like it's a really important conversation about just keeping it in its proper place. And most of all, you know, if I could just say one thing, the reason I want to do this discussion group, the reason I'm reading these books, is because I do think technology is morally neutral, but I think it is something that we have to be able to master and make it work for us, rather than being enslaved by it, which I can honestly say I've spent a good chunk of my life feeling enslaved to social media, the internet, just technology addiction, like where you're bored and you have to check your phone just for something to do. Like, whatever happened to just daydreaming, you know? I noticed in the last few years that, you know, my creativity was down, my, like new ideas, I just wasn't having new ideas. I just kind of felt chronically bored, chronically kind of numb. And it's really been illuminating these last 40 days that I've been offline, to just really see how sucked in I was. And I feel like I have this whole new perspective on things. So with that being said, I am leveraging some technology right now to make this video from my iPhone on the deck. And I'm going to put this on my blog, and just periodically probably post little book reports or just video updates of whatever I'm doing. So thanks for listening. And if you want to talk more about this stuff, come to the Tech Savvy Parenting Group Wednesday night, Sage Hills Church. Dinner starts at 5:30. If you want to just come for the class, that's from 6:15 to 7:45 in room 123.